fighters, whenever we get an MMA fighter, we think it's going to be an easy fight. Whenever we get somebody that, he used to be a basketball player, now he's a boxer, well, it's an easy fight.
Boxing is a sport of passion, skill, and sometimes intense personal rivalries. Few people understand this better than Robert Garcia, a former professional boxer turned legendary trainer. Known for coaching some of the biggest names in boxing, Garcia has seen the highs and lows of the ring, and he isn't shy about speaking his mind.
Don't forget about Frank the Cook.
Over the years, he has openly expressed frustration and strong dislike towards certain opponents, fighters whose style, attitude, or actions in the ring rubbed him the wrong way. Today, we're counting down the top 6 boxers Robert Garcia hated the most. These are the fighters who pushed his buttons, challenged him in ways he couldn't stand, and left a lasting impression, sometimes for the wrong reasons. From old-school rivals to modern-day contenders, each name on this list has a story, and many of their fights or commentary clips are available on YouTube for fans who want to see the drama unfold firsthand. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss more deep dives into the world of boxing and the secrets behind some of the sport's fiercest rivalries. 1. Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley, nicknamed Sugar, was one of the fiercest competitors Garcia ever faced. Their rivalry was more than just competition. It was personal. Mosley's aggressive style, incredible speed, and relentless combinations made him a nightmare in the ring.
Psychiatrist, and maybe frankly, they all should be psychiatrists. Or maybe he's...
Garcia has admitted in interviews that Mosley was the kind of fighter he truly hated facing because of how unpredictable and frustrating his approach was. Mosley's ability to switch tempos mid-fight, combined with his tactical intelligence, often forced Garcia to constantly adapt under pressure. Every punch, every feint seemed designed to provoke, and for Garcia, that constant mental and physical chess match was exhausting. He has described Mosley as the type of opponent who could get under your skin and test not just your skill, but your patience and composure.
Almost a no-win situation, but not going to get full credit for just beating a 40-year-old Shane.
On YouTube, you can find full fight clips and post-fight interviews that showcase just how intense this rivalry was. Watching Garcia and Mosley in action is a masterclass in competitive tension, proving why Mosley earned his spot at the top of this list. 2. Miguel Cotto. Next on the list is Miguel Cotto, a fighter whose style combined precision, power, and relentless pressure.
To get to the body, Judah trying to rip him with the uppercut. Stab Judah's faster hand.
Garcia has admitted that facing Cotto, or even preparing for him as a trainer, was one of the most frustrating experiences in his boxing career. Cotto's ability to control distance and deliver punishing body shots made him a tactical nightmare, and Garcia often commented on how hard it was to deal with his combination of technical skill and raw aggression. Cotto wasn't just a physical challenge, he was a mental one. He had a way of getting into your head, testing your focus, and exploiting even the smallest mistakes. For a fighter like Garcia, who valued strategy and timing, Cotto's unpredictability was infuriating. YouTube hosts a treasure trove of fight breakdowns, sparring sessions, and interviews where Garcia discusses Cotto, giving fans an insider perspective on why this Puerto Rican legend was such a difficult opponent, one he didn't exactly enjoy facing. 3. Fernando Vargas. Fernando Vargas was one of the most physical, relentless boxers Garcia ever went up against. Known for his aggressive style and fearless attitude, Vargas pushed Garcia to his limits both in and out of the ring. Garcia has spoken about the tension and frustration that came with fighting Vargas, emphasizing how every match felt like an endurance test of both mind and body. What made Vargas particularly frustrating for Garcia was his ability to dominate the center of the ring, forcing opponents to fight on his terms. Vargas's style was not just about skill, it was about raw, unrelenting pressure that could wear anyone down. Garcia, a fighter who valued precision and control, often found this approach infuriating, which is why he has publicly admitted that Vargas was one of the boxers he hated. Footage of their bouts, along with interviews and fight analysis, is widely available on YouTube, letting fans witness the intensity and grit that defined this rivalry. 4. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., son of the legendary Julio Cesar Chavez, made headlines not just for his boxing talent but also for his controversial moments inside and outside the ring. Robert Garcia, having trained fighters who faced Chavez Jr., has openly criticized some of his in-ring behavior. Chavez Jr.'s inconsistency, combined with moments of overconfidence and a sometimes unpredictable approach, made him frustrating to deal with as an opponent. Garcia has described facing fighters like Chavez Jr. as mentally taxing because they could swing from disciplined to reckless in an instant. That unpredictability often meant Garcia had to prepare for every possible scenario, keeping him constantly on edge. YouTube is full of fight clips and post-fight interviews where you can see this dynamic play out, highlighting why Chavez Jr. earns a spot on Garcia's most disliked list. 5. Antonio Margarito. Antonio Margarito is another fighter who caused frustration for Garcia, largely because of his controversial career and in-ring tactics. Known as the Tijuana Tornado, Margarito's relentless style and controversial moments, including the infamous hand wrap incident, made him a polarizing figure in boxing history. For Garcia, Margarito was not just a powerful opponent. He represented everything a fighter could find irritating: unpredictability, aggression, and a tendency to push the limits of sportsmanship. Facing Margarito meant preparing for a fighter who could physically challenge you and mentally test your patience. YouTube has numerous fight recaps, controversies, and expert breakdowns that illustrate why Margarito's presence in the ring was often a source of frustration for Garcia. 6. Canelo Alvarez. Saul Alvarez. Finally, no list of Garcia's most challenging opponents would be complete without Canelo Alvarez. While Garcia has not expressed personal hatred, he has openly critiqued aspects of Canelo's fighting style, particularly in interviews where he analyzed strategy and performance. Canelo represents the new era of boxing: talented, adaptable, and incredibly precise. For a veteran like Garcia, who has trained and faced fighters from multiple generations, Canelo's combination of skill and tactical intelligence presents a unique kind of frustration. Admiration mixed with the challenge of figuring out how to overcome such a dynamic opponent. Footage of Canelo's bouts, analysis, and post-fight commentary is abundant on YouTube, allowing fans to see why Garcia considers him a particularly tricky adversary. Boxing is a sport of respect, skill, and sometimes intense personal rivalries, and Robert Garcia's candid admissions about the fighters he hated revealed just how challenging it can be to navigate the ring. From Shane Mosley's unpredictability to Canelo Alvarez's modern brilliance, each opponent brought a unique combination of frustration and admiration, pushing Garcia to adapt, evolve, and become the fighter and trainer he is today. These rivalries not only highlight the intensity of professional boxing, but also give fans an inside look at the mental, emotional, and strategic challenges that define the sport. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Robert Garcia's toughest opponents and want more insider stories from the world of boxing, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another look behind the ropes at the lives of boxing's most fascinating personalities.